Hey guys, hitting a spike here with another big old video collection today for you. I had a lot of fun doing the last one for you guys, the clone one for the 300 subscribers video. Thank you again so much for supporting this channel and being one of those 300 subscribers. And I was like, you know what? It was so much fun doing that. I'm gonna do one for all the Jedi. So yay! Here's all the Jedi that I have. Just so you know, some ground rules, if you will. I will be showing one of each character, okay? So even though I have 10 different Obi-Wans, for example, I'm only going to be showing you like my favorite one or the one that I happen to find most on top of my collection currently, and that's why he's here. If you guys are like, wait, why didn't you have episode 1 Obi-Wan and episode 2 Obi-Wan? I'd be like, it's because I found the episode 3 one first, so he's here. So it's basically one of each character, not every single version. So even though I have both Aayla Securas, I'm only going to be showing like one of them, for example. Also, I'm going to be going in order of like the timelines. So I'm going to be doing like Old Republic first, and then like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, and then like expanded universe stuff-ish afterwards. Yeah, or some things like that in between. You'll see. And yeah, I'm just going to start, and we're going to start off with our Old Republic character of Satele Shan. This character is actually Bastila Shan's granddaughter, I believe. You can play as her in the Knights of the Old Republic 3 video game, and it's kind of cool they made her. I'm not going to spend too terribly long on all these guys because there's a lot to get through here. Not as many as the clones, but, you know, a lot. And she's a pretty cool character. She's the only Jedi ever who has, like, a sand green outfit, which I think is kind of interesting. Kind of cool. And there she's got two faces. And she's got a double-handed blue lightsaber, which is pretty crazy because, like, you don't really see that very often. There's not many people that have that. Going down the line, the next Old Republic Jedi we have here is the Jedi Consular. This is a very cool one. I've always liked this one a lot. She's quite expensive, too. Minimum $70, maybe even like 150. Very, very, very cool Jedi. I love her prints. No head on the back, no face on the back, but she has this beautiful, like, intricate detailing on her robes. I really, really dig it. I actually used this, fun fact, for the Temple Guard, for the really cool Temple Guardian guy from Rebels and the Clone Wars. Yeah. If you check that out on my channel, you can see how I incorporated her outfit for that character. Very cool, very, very cool figure. I've always liked that one a lot. Last but not least, for the Old Republic figures, we have the Jedi Knight, as he is called on Bricklink. He was also called Cal Senderic, which is a bit of a mouthful and not very memorable, but nevertheless, a very, very, very cool Jedi. Very expensive, too. I did a little tidbit on him in my last big collection video, and he's very, very expensive. Because I already did a little bit of a mention of him in the last video, I'm not gonna go too terribly long with him, but yeah, here's his back printing, and I love his horns. It's like a separate piece. So these are horns just like Darth Maul. Very, very, very cool figure. Very expensive. Very cool look. Very unique. Well, I said a lot of varies, but you get the gist. He's a really, really interesting character. Now we're going on to the first character ever in the movies. Here we have Qui-Gon Jinn. Everyone loves this guy. Yeah, the first gray Jedi ever we've ever seen. And it's such a great character. I love this figure. This is the original one with the poncho, not the newest one that came from the Saw Gerrera set. I love this face for Liam Neeson. I think it looks spot on. It looks really, really cool. He has this angry face as well, and he's fighting Darth Maul and stuff. Very cool figure. This is probably my favorite Qui-Gon Jinn of all time. It's such a nice one. I love the color of the bright green lightsaber. Very cool figure. And now we're going into some episode 2 territory with a very classic character who's gotten extremely famous in the past few months. Jedi Bob. That's right. The original Jedi Bob, just so you know. This is not the newest one. You can tell by he has the old version dark gray torso. And he doesn't have all those little chips and stuff that are on the print or his beard that looks like he's really aged. No. This is the 2002 original Jedi Bob from the Republic gunship. Very cool figure. Pretty simple. Fun fact about him is actually the head isn't even unique. It's actually used in other space sets, like the Mars mission sets or something. Yeah, kind of funny. I love this chrome lightsaber blade. the chrome lightsaber hilt with the old neon green lightsaber blade. Such a classic figure. He's really gone up in value too, especially because the new Rebuild the Galaxy show. He's really gotten up in value. The new one is a lot cheaper. So if you want to get a Jedi Bob, grab the new one. That's my advice. All right? Can't have episode 2 without our favorite bad mother bleeper, Mace Windu. This is the Attack of the Clones version. This is from the ATTE Walker from 2013. I really love this figure. Such a cool print. I really like how he gave him white legs for this figure. It's very unique for Mace Windu. He usually has like the dark tan that we've seen very often in lots of other figures, a lot of other iterations. Also, fun tidbit about him, his head is actually the same head we see in the Palpatine's Arrest set. So we'll be talking about those figures a lot in this video. Trust me, later on. But it's a really nice face for him. And I love this color. Oh, it's such a beautiful lightsaber blade. I have a whole video on lightsaber colors, and this is the medium purple. If you want to see the other shades of purple, because yes, there are more. There's the light purple, dark purple, and medium trans purple. And this one is the one that came with him in the 2013 ATTE. So, very cool figure. I love Mace Windu. He's such an awesome character. Still going on with episode 2. We got Yoda. Roar. Yes, here he is. And I have him here because, this is like when he fights Dooku. And I love how the lightsaber's like literally bigger than he is. But hey, it works. I really love this new version of Yoda that we've gotten since like 2013. I love the olive green head and like the rubber ears and like the print on the back. And I love the painted in eyes. They look really nice. Much better than the original Yoda we got back in like 2001. No, 2002 was it? 2002. Yeah, this is such a nice upgrade. So really cool to have. Gotta have Yoda. Gotta have a Yoda. All right, here's a unique one from Attack of the Clones. Here is Coleman Trebor. Yeah, this is the guy that Jango Fett shot in the chest 3 times when he came up to go mess with him and Dooku. He was like down with his Westar 34, and he goes and he falls and he dies, and it was hilarious because who cares about this guy? And Jango Fett's awesome, but he's actually very expensive. This guy, he can be as high as $75, maybe even more. If you see him for anything lower than like 40, I'd be very surprised at this point. He does have a unique torso because he's got this dark gray triangle here, which kind of shows his skin. The rest of him looks just like Obi-Wan's, actually, funnily enough. Just like a sneak peek of Obi-Wan. You can see what I mean. It looks just like Obi-Wan's, except, it's dark gray on that triangle there instead of brown. But it's such a cool head. This is a rubber head. It falls off kind of easily because it's really, it doesn't really stick that well. But it's a very crazy looking mold. I really like it. Yeah, cool guy. Cool guy. But Jango Fett's cooler. Alright. Another episode 2 character. We got Stas Ali here. She's a pretty unique one. She also came out in the ATTE, I believe, with Mace Windu that I just showed you. And she's got printed legs. She has got a unique printed belt here too. She has 2 faces. Oh, actually, no, just one. But it has printing on the back, which is very cool. This is a crazy looking head mold thing here. She looks very similar to Adi Gallia, or Adi Gallia, however you want to pronounce her name. But they're not the same character. They never made an Adi Gallia minifigure, but I could probably make a custom for her on this channel. And it would just be using Stas Ali to make her, pretty much. I like how she has purple eyes. That's really interesting. Look at that. She's got light purple eyes. There's very few minifigures I can think of that have that color eyes. So that's another just thing that makes her super unique and interesting. And also, she's kind of a pricier character too. She's easily $40, I would guess, maybe more. So yeah, keep an eye on that one in value. She's probably just gonna be going up. Now we're going to get into some Clone Wars because I'm kind of going episode 1, episode 2, Clone Wars, and episode 3. Kind of bleed into it that way. So I'm gonna start this off with even Pell or even peel if you want to peel your bananas evenly. I get good jokes. Anyway, he's a really cool character, really interesting character. He only had like 1 or 2 episodes in the actual Clone Wars TV show. He had this Russian accent, which I thought was kind of funny and random. But he has got this scar over his eye, which is a really cool print. I remember Brick Vault used to say that it looks like a battle-damaged Dobby from Harry Potter. That was a great comparison. Yeah, he's a cool character. He came out in, I think, 2009, maybe, 2010. I don't really know my years super well when it comes to these Clone Wars guys, but also another rubber mold for the headpiece. It has like a little medallion there too. It looks like a little smiley face. I don't know what that is, but yeah, really cool character. Really interesting. Short legs. Not many Jedi with short legs. So mainly just him and Yoda, and one other one that I'll show you later on. Another Clone Wars Jedi. We got Eth Koth over here. He's a pretty expensive character too. Minimum of $45, 50, maybe even 60. Really cool character. He's got no leg printing, which is kind of a bummer, but he's got a unique torso and unique head, and this crazy looking horns mold. He's got this little like ponytail. This is also rubber, as you can see. Very nice figure, very cool Jedi. Not a whole lot of screen time with that one, but interesting all the same. Now I have him with a lot more screen time. Here is Shaak Ti. This is a big fan favorite. Very nice character. I love this printing on her. All this detail. It's really, really cool. Again, with the rubber tentacles. And nice face. I think she just has the print on the front. Let's see. Yep, just a red head. And you can see kind of the detail on this gold rim on her robe. It's very nice looking. She's one of the top characters I would want them to make a remake of in like the coming years. I think a lot of people love Shaak Ti, and if they had a new one in a set, people would really go crazy for it. I would love to see her with like the new version of pupils that we've seen in lots of other characters, like those black pupils with the white dots. That would look great on her. Now we have another character from the Clone Wars, Nadar Veb, or you can just call him, Admiral Akbar with a lightsaber. That works too. It's a trap. It's a Jedi trap. He's got a torso print on the back and the front. He's a very cheap figure. I don't really have much to say about him, except I think he was in the original Star Wars Clone Wars TV show back in like 2003, 2004. So it's kind of cool that they even made him. He might have also been in the Star Wars The Clone Wars, but I just don't remember. But yeah, he's a very cheap Jedi. He's one of the cheapest you could ever get. He's probably like $3 to $4, so not bad if you want to get him. Last but not least, I'm gonna do my last Clone Wars figure. Then we're going to be officially into some Episode 3 territory. Here is Pong Krell. This is a crazy figure. He's super, super tall. Like comparing him to our buddy Nadar Veb, as you can see, he's like a whole like head taller than him. And he's got 2 double-ended lightsabers. That's super unusual. I think he's the same race of Jedi as Dexter Jetster, which is kind of funny. I always wanted them to make a character of him, but I guess it would look very similar to this. He'd just be super tall, but wearing an apron with like, oil stains on it or something. He's another really, really, really cool character and pretty expensive. As you can see, he comes in like 2 pieces. This is like how he's built, with like this upper torso part, and then he has like an actual like regular looking Jedi Knight torso on the bottom here, except it's in this nougat color, which is really unique actually. No other Jedi has like nougat robes, so it's kind of fascinating that LEGO chose to make him this color, almost like an orange. It's very cool and very special. He's a really, really expensive figure. At least minimum is $60 you're going to be paying if you want him. Maybe he can be even higher than that, actually. I've seen him as high as 75 or 80, so keep an eye out for this one. He's another tough one to find and tough one to get. All right, now we're going on to someone who is much cheaper and much more accessible. Here's Plo Koon. He is actually, fun fact about him, I believe he was one of the very first characters ever made by Lego to have a rubber head. It was either him or Kit Fisto, I always forget which, but this version came out in 2008. It's interesting, he has like this like little like divot inside his head. I think that's just from like the molding process from Lego. But nevertheless, he's a very cool looking figure. It looks great in the front. It was a really good idea to have these flexible parts because, you know, in the packaging system, what if it gets damaged? You know, if it was just like hard plastic, like everything else, it might snap off before you even build the guy, and that would suck. So, I'm really glad we get Plo Koon, and I think he's going to be coming out again pretty soon. Actually, we know you're getting a new Plo Koon pretty soon, next year in 2025 with the new Arc 170, so keep an eye for that. Pretty cheap figure, he's not that much money. Another somewhat not that pricey figure here we have is Kit Fisto. Fun fact about him is if you throw on this cape, he's the one from Palpatine's Rest, and he's like, I don't know, about $50 more than he usually is. He's usually like a $10 figure. Throw on this cape, he's about 60 or 70. That's just the crazy market these days. So if you have a brown cape, throw on Kit Fisto, he'll be worth more. He's another character with this rubber head. It's very flexible. He has tentacles and stuff. Very ingenious idea from Lego. He's got these eyes that are just kind of like painted on over the rubber. It feels really interesting. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about him, but he's pretty cool. He's just a great character in the movies. Well, not the movies, but the TV shows anyway. In the Clone Wars TV show, he's really awesome. In the movies, he just kind of dies or Force pushes C-3PO on Geonosis. All right, now we're getting into some other Palpatine's Arrest figures. We have CC-10 here. Another really cool figure, pretty expensive as well. He's got this little crab head. It looks like the thing from Half-Life 2 that like eats your face. One of the crab huggers. But it's also, interestingly enough, this is also rubber. And it's the same headpiece you get for the Clone Wars version of CC-10, which I don't actually have. But this one's worth more anyway, so I'm happy to have this one. Yep, more brown robes and cool detailing for him. Now I'm moving on to the most expensive character in all of the Palpatine's Arrest set. This is Agen Kolar. He's a really cool figure, very expensive. He's easily 150, maybe more. No back printing. I don't believe. Oh yeah, there is back printing. JK, he does have like back printing. He does. I just usually need to take his cape off. But he has this really, really special head mold. This is just like Eth Koth's actually. If we go back to our man Eth, Mr. Koth, as you can see, it's like the same exact head mold as him, with the same ponytail and everything, except Eth Koth actually has it printed and Agen Kolar doesn't. He just has it black. But yeah, it's just like a darker brown, as you can see, and it has this special like these dots printed on it, which is really cool. It adds to like the little like facial tattoo that he has on his skin here. It goes all the way up there. It's a very, very cool print, Agen Kolar, and he's a very unique Jedi. So yeah, that's all I have to say about him. But he's a very cool one and hard to get. Very hard to find this guy in good condition. I was lucky to find him in mint condition when I bought him. It was not easy to buy, trust me. But it's a very cool figure nonetheless. Now, speaking of Episode 3, cool figures, here's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there. Gotta have him in here. I told you we'd get to him eventually. So this Obi-Wan from Episode 3 is probably my favorite one. I really love him, but I also love him in Episode 2. This is like the classic Obi-Wan. He doesn't cost that much. He's got the angry face. He's like, "You are the chosen one" face, and he's got like the meh face on here. And yep, he's here. I don't have a whole lot to say about him other than that. I love Obi-Wan. He's great. And you can't have Obi-Wan without Anakin. So here is Anakin. Yeah, this is my favorite Anakin of all time. This is also from Palpatine's Arrest. That is such a great set, let me tell you. I wish I bought it. I never did, though. I just got all the figures. This Anakin has the most amazing, like, facial scars on his face. And I love this other face when he like starts turning dark. Oh, it's so cool. Such a cool figure. What's also great about this guy is you can actually like, you know, if you take his cape off, there's so many moments in episode 3 when he doesn't have the cape on. Like, you know, when he's like fighting Dooku in the beginning of the movie, or when he's fighting Obi-Wan later in the movie. And you can also like, you know, throw on like a hood if you want him to look like he does in Order 66. This figure is just awesome in every conceivable way. It's also one of the most expensive episode 3 Anakins, or just episode anything Anakin's ever. He's just a very expensive figure because of Palpatine's arrest. He's going to be minimum of 30. He's not that, I mean, he's probably going to be more than 30 at this point. He's probably like 50 or 60, I would guess. Very nice figure. All these Palpatine's arrest figures are going to be worth a lot, but he's probably my favorite one. And you can't talk about Anakin without Snips. Now, this is the Ahsoka from the T6 from the Ahsoka TV show. I just have her here, though, because, you know, Ahsoka should be with Anakin, I think. And I love her lightsabers. These white lightsabers are so cool. I did give her some different handles. These are actually Asajj Ventress's handles. But, you know, they look so much better with her, with the white lightsabers. I really dig this figure. She's getting to be a lot cheaper than she used to be. Because now she's in the Advent calendar, so now she's in 2 sets officially. I love this battle expression and this other calm expression. Everything about this figure, I just completely love. It's such a cool figure, and I'm so glad we're finally getting an Ahsoka with white lightsabers, because all the other ones we've ever gotten were like blue or like green, and I was like, that's not right. So, moving on. Now we're talking about Mr. Mundi. Here's Ki-Adi-Mundi. And he's from a battle pack that came out in 2016, I want to say. A great figure for other customs for Jedi. I actually used him for Kreia, believe it or not. He's actually getting to be a lot pricier too, believe it or not, even though he is from a battle pack. There is another version of Ki-Adi-Mundi that came out in 2010, I believe, or 2009. It's the Clone Wars version. I really prefer this one. I love all the movie figures way more than the Clone Wars ones, because I just think the head, the faces look so weird. So, he's getting to be a little bit pricier too nowadays. Just like Aayla Secura. She is also getting to be on the pricier side, even though she too was in like a cheaper set. Like a $30 Republic fighter tank IFTX that came out in 2016 as well. She's got really nice printing. It's very hard to see though. Very nice printing on the hips and the legs. A lot of people miss that. I actually do myself sometimes. I'm just like, oh, she just has plain brown legs. No, she doesn't. She has printing. But it's easy to miss. She's another great character. I love this color, this dark azure color. It looks really, really nice. And this battle expression looks great. She's got back printing. And this love the headpiece too. Let's talk about that. This is like such a nice. This is actually hard plastic. This is not flexible rubber like some people might think. So yeah, really love her. Really cool figure. So sad that Commander Bly and his team murdered her, but you know, that's Order 66 for you. Blaine Palps. Moving on, here we have Luminara Unduli. I did a feature of her light-up version on my channel of the big collection video. I've showed her lighting up lightsaber. But this is the 2016 version. This is becoming quite expensive, this figure. She has an angry expression here and a calm expression here. She also has a really cool back print. That's like, actually not that cool, but you know, it's here. It's there. And she's become extremely expensive, surprisingly too. She came out in the 2016 Clone Turbo Tank, I believe. I really love her like reflective gold printing on her legs and her hips. A very elegant looking figure. It's a very nice one. And now we will talk about her apprentice, Barriss Offee. This is the Barriss Offee, also from the, I want to say, what? The other battle pack? I think I came with the battle pack. This is before she, like, you know, goes crazy and evil and tries to frame Ahsoka in the Clone Wars. Yeah. She's actually, a fun fact about her, she's the very first figure ever to have this robe piece, this robed detail, not detail, but this robe molded piece. She's the first one ever to have it. And then it started getting popular with other characters from like Harry Potter and other Star Wars characters and even lots of Disney princesses. Very cool figure. I'm really glad we have her. We've gotten her before in like other Clone Wars sets when she has like the other Clone Wars figures, those faces. But other than that, we haven't really gotten her except for that. She had like a little blue short cape, and now she has this longer cape. So very cool figure. I like her cloth cape. It's like the spongy cape. So she's the only Jedi ever with like a blue cape. That's kind of cool. All right, now also from the Clone Turbo Tank with Luminara Unduli, we get Quinlan Vos. This is a very cool character. He's in the Clone Wars a little bit. He's also in like a lot of the old comics I remember back in the day. He's got two faces. He's gotten to be quite expensive too. A very cool figure. He's kind of like a Native American Jedi. I couldn't really tell what his ethnicity background is, but he's a very cool one. I love his like Republic insignia belt he has there. It's also very cool. I think that's the Republic symbol. Maybe just like a little star. I don't know. But either way, it's cool. He's quite expensive now, like very much so. He didn't used to be, and he just kind of exploded with popularity recently. He's got really cool back printing too. A lot of people forget about this guy, but that's why we're doing this video. So then you'll never have to forget about Quinlan Vos. He's a cool Jedi. And now we're going to talk about, as soon as I get his cape on, because his cape was not here. All right, here is Kelleron Beck. You guys should remember this guy from The Mandalorian. He's the one who saves Baby Yoda, aka Grogu. He is also, funnily enough, Ahmed Best, who is Jar Jar Binks. This is his Jedi character. He came out this year. He's got a really nice back printing as well. I love this gold printing on his vest. It's such a cool figure. He's the only Jedi we have that like dual wields two singles. I mean, I guess you could say like Anakin kind of does in Episode 2 for that like 2 seconds when he fights Dooku. But Kelleron Beck actually dual wields properly and successfully. So, fending off the 501st Clone Troopers to save Grogu. So, a very cool Jedi to have here from The Mandalorian Season 3. Very happy to have him in the collection. And now we're going to talk about other younglings. This is a very expensive one. I did a little feature on this one as well in the last collection video. This is the Jedi Padawan. She only came out in the Yoda Chronicles set back in 2013. She's extremely expensive. The only ones that have been sold on Bricklink recently were $300 each. I don't know if she's gonna be staying that expensive or cheaper, but it's crazy, man. Especially considering that like she uses Anakin's torso and like Leia's head. It's pretty wild to me that like, you know, she can be that much. But yeah, I'm really happy to have her, and she's a really cool character. It was hard to get her, I can say that much, and I'm really glad that I have her now. And yeah. Moving on. Now we'll talk about Cal Kestis. Hey, he's a Jedi. Cool. We got him from the 25th anniversary. Very nice figure. Super surprised to have him in this collection at all. He's got nice two faces, and he's got that great battle armor print on the front and back. Yeah, he's got really nice leg printing too. It goes all the way down to his knees. Great figure. It's hard to say how much it's going to stay at. Right now, he's still kind of the most expensive 25th anniversary minifigure because he's from the most expensive set. That Star Destroyer was like 150 or 170 or something. And that's why Cal Kestis is like easily $100. The only other pricey figure from the 25th anniversary sets is the young Leia. She's easily like 60 or 75 still. So... yeah, I feel like Cal Kestis is only going to raise his price from there. And if he's starting at 100, he's probably going to get even more eventually. Here's a weird one for you. Now we have Jek 14. Yes, he is kind of a Jedi. He is a Force user. So we're still in like the Clone Wars-ish age. This is the Yoda Chronicles. He's got these two faces. He's a clone trooper who was cloned to become a Jedi with like midichlorians. He's got a really, really cool arm here, arm printing with like this lightning and stuff. I like this character. He's got like a white lightsaber hilt too, which is super interesting. It actually has this clone trooper helmet. It's like the Phase 2 clone trooper helmet with this unique print on it. So, very interesting Jedi. Very cool. He's not really light or dark, but he's definitely more light than he is dark. He is kind of neutral, but I figured he should be in this collection. Absolutely. Another guy that goes with him from the Yoda Chronicles is the Ithorian Jedi Master, who is also known as Naga Ta, or Noga Ta. Or in the TV show, he's also called Rusty. He says that he's Obi-Wan's roommate from the college, even though Obi-Wan says that he doesn't remember that. It was kind of funny. But yeah, Ithorian Jedi Master, he's another really interesting minifigure. We don't have many like weird-looking alien Jedi dudes. Not a whole lot. We can always use more. So the Ithorian is another great example to have in that collection. I guess he also has that nougat-colored robe, which is kind of like what I was saying for Pong Krell. So it's really just these two in the whole collection that have nougat for their base color. Pretty interesting. And yeah, he's got this bright green lightsaber, and that's about it to say about him. He's pretty expensive too, I gotta say. He's probably about a good $70, $60. But it's not as expensive as, now we're getting into the original trilogy. Cloud City Luke. Yep, here he is. I figured, why not show my best and favorite Cloud City Luke for doing all the Jedi, Why not? I love this guy. I wanted him since I was a little kid and never got him until I was an adult. Such a beautiful figure from set 10123 Cloud City, of course. This unique belt and the unique legs are very, very cool to get. Very hard to find only for this figure. The torso, funnily enough, is not unique. That's from other sets as well. From like old city sets, old town sets. It's really just these legs and hips that make them so expensive. I love this chrome lightsaber hilt too. It looks gorgeous. So yeah. Good old Cloud City Luke. I love it. Everything in that set, I love it very much. So yeah, there's your original trilogy Luke. He's going to go over there. And now we're talking stuff after the original trilogy, so that will be Ezra Bridger. Yes, here he is. This is when he's an adult. I could have done when he was like a younger guy, but I figured let's show off the new one that LEGO just gave us from the newest Ahsoka set. I love this figure. It's a very cool one. He didn't come with his lightsaber, or did he? Maybe he did. I forget now. But either way, I gave him this blue one because it makes sense. He also has this angry expression when he's fighting Thrawn and all those guys. And I like his the hair choice they gave for him. Looks really cool. The like serious block hair. It's very, very nice. This dark red, I'm hoping it won't be all brittle in the future because I'm always worried about that with dark red. But nevertheless, very cool Jedi to have here. He's the only red suited Jedi that we have, actually. Looking at all the other ones that I have on this desk. And you can't have Ezra without Sabine. She's kind of becoming a Jedi. She's, using the Force, getting trained by Ahsoka and all that. She's got these great facial expressions as well. She actually came out in addition to the T6. She also came out in a like a foil pack or like a little, I don't know what it was, like a little pack, minifigure pack in London. And it's really cool that people can get her in that way too without buying the whole set. So, very cool to have her. A Mandalorian Jedi. I mean, you don't see that every day. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like the prints she has. Very nice. She's using Ezra's lightsaber here, the one that he built. So, pretty cool to have her here with the other Jedi. And then, we gotta have Daisy Ridley, because she's also a Jedi. Rey Skywalker and all that. Yeah, I know. But I gave her the yellow lightsaber, which you actually don't get in any set with her, even though you should. You get this from the Green Lantern versus Sinestro set from the DC line, of all things. Back from, 2016 or something. Yeah, but, just give it to Rey instead. It looks cooler. Or if you get two of them, you can make Bastila, Satil Shan's grandmother. That'd be awesome. But I chose this Rey because it's like when she's most Jedi-like. And everyone knows this figure. It's not that interesting. But, yep, I had to have her here because she is definitely a Jedi. And she's going to have that new movie coming out, so probably getting a new Rey pretty soon. Maybe she'll have the lightsaber then, if you're lucky. And then last but not least, we'll show off the newest Jedi we've gotten, which is Jedi Vader. Figured he kind of counts because, it's like Vader redeemed, and he's actually become quite expensive, even though he just came out. He's a very cool figure from the Dark Falcon from the Rebuild the Galaxy set line. He's got this nice facial expression. He's like happy and calm, and he doesn't even have any scars on the back, which is also unique for Vader. He usually has the scars. And he's got this unique prints on his arm. They look really cool. Even on his back, he has unique prints. Everything about this figure is super, super awesome. I hear he also had, it's kind of an homage to the Darth Vader from the 70s and the comics or something, because apparently there was a white Darth Vader back then. So I guess that's why other collectors like getting him, because he's looking like the one from the comics. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this collection video as much as I did. Please keep an eye out for more collection videos. I have 3 more coming up, actually, because I'm really liking doing this. They're a lot of fun. So hope you guys liked it. Please feel sure to like this video and subscribe. And alrighty then. Head on a spike. Out.